family, peace and love. It's your boy Chris Enlightened coming back again with some more spiritual fiddles. And today I'm going in on honoring your ancestors. Ooh, this is a good one, family. This is a good one. Honoring your ancestors. This is a good one because a lot of people don't even know what honoring the ancestors entail. Most humans think honoring your ancestors is putting a picture up around the house, going to the graveyard and things like that, but I'm here to tell you, family, that's one way of honoring your ancestors, but there are other beneficial ways to honor your ancestors where you both win. And in this video, I'm going to show you some tips that I've used to maximize honoring my ancestors to help them and to help me. So here we go, family. You know, one of the best ways to honor your ancestors is to set up an ancestor altar. It's just as simple as that. You get a table, wooden table, 1 to 2 candles, or as many candles as you like. When you light the candle, the light from the candle transcends dimensions, and that's your signal to your ancestors that they're about to feast, either on your love, your light, divine prayers, food, money, all that good stuff. It's like flipping the switch to your portal. And your altar is nothing more than a physical representation of your spirituality. Wherever you are, that's what your altar represents on your spiritual path. Again, you get a wooden table, some candles. Me personally, I like to add some food to my ancestor altar. I like to add something living on my ancestor altar, a plant, something like that, anything that's living. And some incense, some sage, some Palo Santo, and some pictures of your ancestors. Also add some libation, whether it's some water, some wine. If they like to drink, give them a little liquor on their birthday or special occasions, or every day if you like to. You know what I mean? Sometimes you'll be sitting at home and all of a sudden you start tasting Big Mama's meatloaf or tasting your grandfather's collard greens. That's another sign that your ancestors are trying to get in contact with you, that they need something. They're thinking about you. When you're thinking about them, they're thinking about you, and vice versa. That's one of the ways that our ancestors sends us messages to let them know that they're here. You start smelling their scent, thinking about them, tasting their food, or just feeling their presence. That's a great way for your ancestors to let you know that they hear you, they're listening to you, and they're here to help you, family. Another thing you can do at your ancestor altar, me personally, whenever I put a picture on my ancestor altar the first time, to activate that energy on my altar, I take some ancestor money, I write their name down on that ancestor dollar, and then I burn it in their name. That's a great way for me to open up doors of opportunity for my ancestors. Your ancestor altar, again, is nothing more than a physical representation of your spirituality. There are no right, there are no wrong ways to do it. Me personally, I put my ancestor altar on the east wall or the west wall. Me personally, I prefer the east wall where the sun shines. Some people on the west coast, they may want to put it on the western wall, you know, because the sun sets over in the western part of this United States. Another thing, I don't put my ancestor altar in the closet, bathroom, or bedroom. I don't do that. A lot of things go down in the bedroom that I don't want my ancestors to see. A lot of things goes on in the bathroom that I don't want my ancestors around. I don't put my ancestor altar in a closet either because I'm not ashamed of my ancestors. I'm not ashamed of my ancestors. I don't want to hide it. Now, if you're one of those people who have you live with Big Mama or something like that, and there's just nowhere for you to put your ancestor altar, and the only space you have is a closet, I wouldn't suggest to put it in the closet, but if you really had to, take all the clothes out and allow that closet just to be your altar room. I don't want you to think that. I'd rather you have an ancestor altar up versus no altar at all. You know, I've seen some people have their ancestor altar in a closet. You open the closet, it's nice and big, and they turn that to an ancestor room. And I kind of liked it. But me personally, I don't suggest putting your ancestor altar in your closet. But if you choose to, you do you. If it works for you, you win it. If it doesn't work for you, try something different. Another thing about ancestors' altar, they're nothing more than a portal for you to help your ancestors. 90% of your ancestor altar is for you to help raise up and add light to your ancestors that are in a low place right now. A lot of your ancestors, more than likely most of your ancestors, don't have anyone in your family burning money, burning ancestor food, burning ancestor money, giving them food, giving them water, praying to them. You may be the only ambassador of your family right now. You may be the only one taking care of your ancestors. So you got to be sure that you do it diligently, day after day after day. And once you burn enough ancestor money, you dissolve your ancestors' negative financial karma that's been following them lifetime after lifetime. You also in turn dissolve your negative ancestor financial karma that's been bequeathed to you through your bloodline. And I can attest to this. I can say, because I'm speaking from my nose system. I'm from the hood. I used to have money problems, living check to check. That was a time where I was eating dollar menu, me, my wife, and my daughter back in the day when we were younger. Once I set my ancestor altar up, all that stuff dissolved. You know what I mean? I allowed my limitations. I was fighting for my limitations. But once I got my ancestor altar up, I threw myself off the human wall of suffering, family, and I started winning. I could talk about this because it's true. I'm talking from my own nose system. I'm not talking about no information I've read, no information that I'm parroting, no one told me. This is my own truth, and no one can take that away from me. And I felt compelled to share it with the world. And that's why I'm doing this video right now about ancestor altars and what they are. Again, once you burn enough ancestor money, you'll see that your money flow changes. It'll seem like you're getting paid quicker. All your products and services are going to start selling. People are going to start buying your books, peeping you, checking you out without you even really marketing yourself. Because there's a spiritual internet that goes on that's governed by the universe. And when you tap into it and you're a worthy person walking that light, a warrior of the light, a spiritual guru, wherever you are spiritually, they recognize that. They see you out here investing money in your spiritual growth. They see you out here trying to evolve and grow spiritually. They're going to help you to help you pursue on your own way, family. You know what I mean? Another thing you can use for ancestral altar. This is one thing I've used myself. This is a good one. I really want you to pay attention to this. Whenever someone's in your family and the relationship isn't going well, and you still love them, and you know that they love you too, instead of adding fuel to the fire by being mean to them, having negative vibrations spewing from your tongue, speak to them with love. Speak to them with kindness. Talk to their soul. If they're not willing to talk to you and really want to make things right, get a picture of them, put them on your ancestor altar, and take care of them spiritually. That's one thing. See, there's an entanglement between you and your higher self, and your spiritual body, and your lower self. So if I'm taking care of any one of those facets of who you are, subconsciously and spiritually, that person will realize, like, man, I can't just do them wrong. So what I always do, this ritual I always do, is a love ritual, where you sit in meditation at your altar. You burn some money in that ancestor's names. You sat there, said some divine prayers. Me personally, I always say this: Lisa Vajaya Dharani, the body of light mantra, and the animal koa. I say all those three mantras in their name. I give them light spiritually. And I ask the universe to soothe our relationship, make our covenant or our relationship better. And I do this for 7 days. 7 days. They don't have to know anything about this. After the 7th day, I give thanks. I give thanks every day. But after that 7th day, I give thanks, and I just sit back and watch the relationship manifest. I watch the relationship manifest. Even if it's from afar, the next time they see you, they'll have sweetness in their heart for you. I've seen it. I've done it multiple times, and it's worked each time. Your intent modifies future probabilities of your success, family. You have to learn to claim your divinity and have some spiritual ingenuity about yourself. And that's what your altar is for, to help you have spiritual ingenuity about yourself. You know what I mean, family? Whenever you add a new algorithm within your earthly reality, and you add love to that algorithm, it's going to manifest and make sure it works best for you. You're going to reconstruct the tapestry of your reality. I use my ancestor altar to help me be a co-creator of my reality, family. Anything I want, anything I need, anything I feel as if I have a need to have, I give thanks in advance, I put it on my ancestral altar, and if I want it, I burn it in his name on my ancestral altar in my cauldron, and I give thanks in advance, and I just watch it manifest. I don't just sit back and be watching my clock waiting for it to manifest. No. Whenever I do anything on my ancestral altar, whenever I think of something, I create an atom of consciousness. It's just in the ether floating around, waiting for me to spark it. And you spark it or add fuel to it with the energy of love and joy. Once I do that, I do something tangible that's in alignment with whatever it is I'm trying to manifest. And then I just wait. But I make sure I do something every day until it manifests. I don't just do things on Tuesdays and Thursdays. I do it every day. I don't care if it's thinking about it, reading about it, working on it, telling someone about it, praying about it. I do all those things that's in alignment, whatever it is I'm trying to manifest. So I hope you got some jewels on what an ancestral altar is. An ancestral altar is nothing more than a physical representation of your spirituality. Your ancestral altar is a portal to help you serve your ancestors. They need things. A lot of our ancestors didn't know about ancestral altars. Some of them did, but most of them within your most recent bloodline more than likely haven't if they were here in the Western world. And if you knew that you could help your ancestors, why not do it? Why not? What's stopping you? So hopefully you got some jewels, family. Hopefully if you haven't had your ancestors set up, you'll erect one tonight. You get some food, burn some ancestor money in their name. You can go out to Amazon.com and get ancestor money. Most of the things you need for your ancestral altar, you've already picked up along the way. And you don't even realize it. I remember when I first set my ancestral altar up, everything I needed was already in my house. I was going to swap meets, Goodwills, and getting things from my ancestral altar. Didn't know what I was getting it for. But it was time when I felt compelled to set up my ancestral altar. I had everything I already needed all around the crib. And I just blew me away like, wow, my ancestors have been speaking to me and I've been listening. So if you want to reconstruct the tapestry of your reality, if you feel as if your intent modifies future probabilities of success, if you really want to win out here in this world, set up your ancestral altar. Because more ancestral altars, less problems. Just simple as that. When I go out to eat with my queen or my daughter, we get the best spot, the best server. Whatever it is I do, I'm winning. I'm winning, family. So hopefully you got some jewels of what an ancestral altar is, how to set one up, the tools and things you need to put on there. If you want to support me, you can go out to Amazon.com, check out any one of my 5 books, The Enlightened Talk, Poverty Consciousness, Wealth Consciousness, Dissolving Your Limitations, Consciousness Equals Choice, and my next book dropping in May, Information Entities. I have another book coming out around my birthday in October. I don't even want to say the name yet. I'm going to let Information Entities get its glory, and then I'm going to bust y'all open with my 7th book. Ooh, I'm working on it right now. This is a banger. It's going to help the world. May change the world. So on that note, family, it's your boy Chris Enlightened. You already know what I'm doing. I'm out here winning.